We are pleased to welcome, both in person and virtually, the candidates, faculty, administration, and staff of Stevens Institute of Technology, along with the family and friends of our graduating students. Today, we honor and celebrate the class of 2021 and the accomplishments of our faculty. We begin the program with a video representing the ceremonial procession of our candidates.
Not one of us is who we were 4 years ago. Although the diploma still says Steve, we barely fill out these grown-up clothes. How can something so close approach so slow? Think back to romanticizing today, those distant promises we look to in youth. Now, tomorrow morning, we will all wake to discover new choices. Which song should we play? Maybe you'll choose to sing to yourself. Maybe you'll let people listen for free. Maybe you'll improvise power and wealth. For every encore exists a farewell. You're as much the crowd as you are the performer. You're equally critic as you are trustee. You'll be the boss and still you'll take orders. But among all these things, when it's cold, you'll be warmer. You're you, and that's all you need to be. As you walk forward, strut passionately. Armed with our spirits and our degrees, Stevens, we thank you. And now we are free.
Please rise as we welcome to the stage the administration of Stevens Institute of Technology, including President Nariman Favarden, Provost Christophe Pierre, Board of Trustee member Joe DiPompeo, President of the Stevens Alumni Association Victoria Velasco, all led by the Faculty Marshal, Dr. Dibyendu Sarkar.
Hello, my name is Dibyendu Sarkar, and as Faculty Marshal, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 149th commencement ceremony of Stevens Institute of Technology. Today, we are celebrating our doctoral graduates as well as the accomplishments of our faculty. Each degree candidate has worked diligently to attain the goal that will be realized in today's ceremony. We'll begin with the singing of the national anthem, pre-recorded by members of the President's Ensemble. We ask that everyone, wherever you may be, to please rise as you are able.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Will the candidates and audience please be seated? Now, please welcome to the podium the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Stevens Institute of Technology, Christophe Pierre.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm delighted to be here with you today in person for this ceremony, which recognizes the talents and the achievements of both our faculty and the students who earned PhDs from Stevens Institute of Technology this year. So I'm going to speak about our faculty members in a few minutes, but first, I want to congratulate our PhD students and talk about the vital role they play at the university. Stevens is dedicated to state-of-the-art research that makes original contributions to fields in science, engineering, and business, brings solutions to real-world challenges, and contributes to human progress. To that end, we've been expanding our efforts to recruit excellent PhD students, such as yourselves, and provide them with financial support, including fellowships, for the duration of their studies. Our PhD candidates are the engine that drives the Stevens research enterprise. They help make Stevens a vibrant community of scholars, and they help drive our growing reputation as a premier research institution. One fundamental tenet in the doctoral experience is that doctoral students work side by side with faculty members. They keep our research enterprise moving forward, performing their research, whether it's computational, experimental, or theoretical, managing the day-to-day activities of their labs, writing, publishing, and presenting papers, and contributing to grant proposals to funding agencies. So it's very much like an apprenticeship. Students absorb knowledge, understanding, and skills from their experienced mentors. Then, when they have demonstrated mastery of their disciplines, they move on to carry out their own intellectual pursuits, whether in academia, industry, or government, expanding on what they've learned and passing their expertise along to their own students or colleagues. So this long-running tradition ensures that our universities continue to carry out their research mission. Therefore, I want to offer heartfelt congratulations to everyone who is here today, to you as students who have worked so hard over several years, and hopefully for not too many years, to earn your doctoral degrees, and to the family and friends who have stood by you and supported you during this journey. So all of you deserve a round of applause. Congratulations, PhD candidates. PhD graduates, actually. So for you, new PhD graduates, today marks an ending of a journey, but it's also the beginning of another journey. And as you carry on the tradition of inquiry and excellence that is a hallmark of Stevens, I hope that you will stay connected to your faculty research advisors, to your other mentors, and to your peers, and that you will build on that legacy. I ask that you become ambassadors for Stevens by doing your part to spread the word about the great research and the many advances that are taking place at Stevens. So whether the next chapter of your professional journey takes you to academia or to industry, please carry Stevens with you. We do expect great things from you, and we know that you're going to make us proud. Thank you, and congratulations again. So now for the faculty awards. Today's ceremony also recognizes the people who taught and advised our students, and these are world-class faculty. The faculty are truly the core of the university. They are central to the mission of Stevens and to its achievements and successes. Their commitment to education and research had made Stevens the dynamic intellectual community that it is today. Great faculty members attract great students. These students, in turn, carry what they've learned at Stevens into the world, building the university's reputation and standing and prestige. At Stevens, we place high value on the quality of both research and teaching. This is why every year the university recognizes select members of the faculty for their excellence in teaching, in research, and this year for the first time, in service. So the faculty members receiving awards today truly are the cream of a distinguished crop. These annual awards carry with them a cash prize. That's good news, and also good news, the appropriate title for the entire 2021-22 academic year. So we're going to begin the celebration of awards now, and we're going to begin with 3 awards that honor outstanding researchers. And I ask that when announced, each recipient please pick up their award at the bottom of the stairs, then come up on stage for a photo opportunity. First award. The first award is the Early Career Award for Research Excellence, which recognizes those early career accomplishments that demonstrate that the recipient has the potential to achieve eminence in their field. And the award goes to Antonia Zafiriou, Assistant Professor of Biomedical Engineering in the School of Engineering and Science. Professor Zafiriou's research focuses on understanding and improving the mechanics of movement employed in everyday mobility and athletic maneuvers. She's a recipient of a prestigious National Science Foundation Career Award for a project that explores using machine learning and wearable technology to identify balance and gait deficits in fall-prone older adults and to deliver auditory biofeedback to improve their dynamic balance while walking. Congratulations, Professor Zefiriou. Congratulations. Okay. You have to realize that standing where we are, I see absolutely nothing because of the lights. So I trust that the award winners are going to come to the podium. Next, second award. That's the award for research excellence, which recognizes continued excellence and preeminence in research. And this year's recipient is Brendan Englert, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineering in the School of Engineering and Science. His work focuses on equipping mobile robots with the perceptual and decision-making capabilities needed to operate intelligently and reliably in complex outdoor environments that pose great challenges to autonomous navigation. Professor Englert's research has earned him an NSF Carrier Award as well, and other awards from NSF, and as well support from the Office of Naval Research. Congratulations, Professor Englert. Congratulations. Our third and next award is the Jess Davis Memorial Award for Research Excellence, given in memory of Jess Harrison Davis, who served as the fourth president of Stevens from 1951 until 1972. This award is presented to a faculty member whose published research work during the past calendar year is judged most outstanding. This year, the award goes to Hongjung Wang, Professor and Chair of the Department of Biomedical Engineering in the School of Engineering and Science. Congratulations, Hongjung. Professor Wang's research focuses on 3D. Oh, you should maybe stay for a minute. Yeah, well, I haven't done, I'm not finished with your citation. There's some hard words to pronounce here. Professor Wang's research focuses on three-dimensional tissue reconstruction, biomaterials design, regenerative engineering, and nanomedicine. His recent paper, which is titled Reduced Graphene Oxide Encapsulated Microfiber Patterns Enable Controllable Formation of Neuronal-like Networks, was published in the Journal of Advanced Materials. This paper is co-authored with 3 graduate students, describes technology involved in coating conductive reduced graphene oxide onto 3D printed templates. Congratulations, Professor Wang. Congratulations. Now, next awards are the teaching awards. Stevens has established 3 distinguished teaching awards named in memory of the first 3 presidents of the university. These awards honor individuals with exceptional teaching ability who have demonstrated great influence on students. The first award is the Harvey Davis Distinguished Teaching Assistant Professor Award. This award goes to Professor Ying Wu of the School of Business. Professor Wu joined Stevens in 2013. Her research is in financial economics, international finance, and empirical asset pricing. She brings experience to a classroom as a chartered financial analyst, and her teaching interests include investments, physical management, corporate finance, international finance, asset pricing, and both micro and macroeconomics. So congratulations, Professor Wu. Congratulations. Congratulations. Next is the Alexander Crombie Humphreys Distinguished Teaching Associate Professor Award. It goes to Professor Patricia Musener from the Department of Chemistry and Chemical Biology in the School of Engineering and Science. Professor Musener joined Stevens as a teaching associate professor and program director in 2015. At Stevens, she spearheaded a number of changes in the general chemistry classes and several other key courses to make the student experience more interactive and to provide a very firm foundation in basic chemistry. Congratulations, Professor Musner. Congratulations. The next award, the Henry Morton Distinguished Teaching Professor Award, goes to Professor Leslie Brunel from the Department of Civil, Environmental, and Ocean Engineering in the School of Engineering and Science. Congratulations. Professor Brunel joined Stevens full-time as a lecturer in 2001 after working in industry and teaching at Stevens as an adjunct faculty member. She's a licensed professional engineer in New Jersey and has been instrumental in revamping the capstone design courses and really the overall capstone design experience. Her outstanding teaching has also been recognized through the Outstanding Teacher Award by the Stevens Alumni Association, among others. Congratulations, Professor Brunel. Congratulations. Next, the Award for Excellence in Online Teaching recognizes outstanding contributions to online instruction and online program development by a member of the Stevens faculty. This year, the award goes to Professor Lindsay Cormack of the College of Arts and Letters. Congratulations. Professor Cormack joined Stevens in 2014. Her research covers politics, political communication, public opinion, women in politics, the presidency, public policy, and other critical issues. Professor Cormack teaches courses on international politics, public policy analysis, US foreign relations, and foundations of technology and policy. Her online teaching skills have been applauded by her students, especially during the pandemic. Congratulations, Professor Cormack. Congratulations, Princess. And then this year we have an 8th award, which is our final award. And this final award is it's the inaugural installment of a Distinguished University Service Award. The award was created this year to recognize a faculty member whose outstanding contribution to Stevens have had a transformational impact on the university community. So I'm pleased to present the inaugural award to Professor Dibyendu Dibs Sarkar of the Civil, Environmental, and Ocean Engineering Department in the School of Engineering and Science, and Dibs is also the chair of the Faculty Senate. In his role as Senate chair, Professor Sarkar has worked tirelessly for the university and demonstrated tremendous leadership ability. Before the pandemic, he worked to streamline the operations of the Senate to make it a more effective, responsive governing body for our faculty. His accomplishments include leading an effort, a very important effort, to expand voting rights to non-tenure stream faculty. When the pandemic forced the university to move operations online, Professor Sarkar positioned the Senate as a resource to help faculty navigate this new environment. And he kept the Senate in session through summer 2020 so that it could serve as the faculty's voice on reopening plan. Thank you, Dibs, for your great service to Stevens, and congratulations. Congratulations. Continue. Now, we're going to move to the part about the Honorary Master of Engineering, which we award every year. And this year, I'm delighted to award a Master of Engineering degree honoris causa to an esteemed member of the Stevens faculty. And the recipient of this honorary degree is Dr. Suran Manucheri. He's a professor and the chair of the Department of Mechanical Engineering in the Schaefer School of Engineering and Science. Professor Manucheri joined Stevens in 1989 as an assistant professor. He served as Associate Dean for Research and Technology in the School of Engineering and Science from 2004 to 2009, and he directed the Design and Manufacturing Institute, the DMI, at Stevens, which he co-founded from 1990 to 2004. Dr. Manucheri is internationally recognized as an expert in numerous areas of design and manufacturing, including additive manufacturing, computer-integrated design and manufacturing, and intelligent modeling and optimization. His research on additive manufacturing integrates mathematical modeling, machine learning methods, and experimental studies. He's published more than 110 times in peer-reviewed journals and conferences. He holds a United States patent and a continuation patent. Dr. Manucheri has drawn widespread praise as a teacher and mentor. He has an enthusiastic following among students in design manufacturing, and he has supervised and graduated more than 30 graduate students and 12 postdoctoral fellows, which is a testament to the impact he's had on his field and on the professional community. Under his leadership, the Department of Mechanical Engineering has substantially expanded research, student enrollment, and program offerings, and increased the number of faculty. In 2019, Dr. Manucheri initiated the establishment of the Center for Neuromechanics, the first center in the nation with a primary focus on the mechanical behavior of the neural system. Dr. Manucheri has also served and led several departmental committees and has participated in a number of university-wide committees, task forces, and the Faculty Senate. Dr. Manucheri, for your many achievements as both an educator and a researcher, your unwavering dedication to innovation and entrepreneurship, and your continuing leadership in advancing the mission of Stevens, we hereby award you the Master of Engineering honoris causa.
Mr. Joe DiPompeo, member of the Board of Trustees of Stevens Institute of Technology, will now confer the honorary degree, and Provost Christophe Pierre will present the master's degree.
By the virtue of the authority vested in the trustees of Stevens Institute of Technology, and on their behalf, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Engineering, honoris causa, and admit you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Please welcome to the podium the 7th President of Stevens Institute of Technology, Nariman Farvardin, who will now offer congratulatory remarks to the class of 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I need a little more energy out of this audience. Thank you. First and foremost, I offer my most sincere and enthusiastic congratulations to all who have completed the long journey to receiving the doctoral degree and are celebrating today. Congratulations. And I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome also the family members and friends who have joined us this afternoon for this very special celebration. The support you have provided to our graduates as they advanced in their studies is invaluable. I and all the faculty at Stevens share the joy that you and your graduates feel today. Despite the abrupt and profound changes that we all experienced in the past year. You, our PhD graduates, have attained the highest level of scholarship in your chosen disciplines. Your educational and personal journey, culminating in today's graduation, may have been a challenging one, possibly with a few detours along the way, and perhaps with some self-doubt. I know a few people who have reached the milestone of achieving the PhD degree who did not experience difficulty and did not question whether they had the ability to reach the finish line. I encourage you to think back on the struggle that you had often, and let it be a reminder when you encounter difficult problems that may not have an obvious solution. Use the tools that you have developed to push through these problems and be persistent in achieving your goal. With the knowledge you have gained, with the discoveries you have made, with the experience you have acquired, you have everything you need to make your mark on the world. I know you will achieve your fullest potential. As you pursue your professional goals, whether in academia, in industry, or in another sector, keep in mind the teachers, researchers, and scholars who you have learned from and the high standards they have set for you. They have guided and influenced all of you during your years at Stevens and are the foundation for all you have accomplished. The faculty and administration are proud of you. Stevens Institute of Technology is proud of you, and I am personally proud of you. Congratulations, best of luck, and please come back and visit us often. At this point, I'm pleased to introduce our commencement speaker for today's ceremony, Dr. Alan Goodman, 6th President of the Institute of International Education, an organization that promotes the exchange of scholars and students, rescues scholars, students, and artists from persecution, displacement, and crises, conducts research on international academic mobility, and administers the Fulbright program sponsored by the United States Department of State, as well as more than 200 other corporate, government, and privately sponsored programs. Dr. Goodman is a member of the Council on Foreign Relations, a founding member of the World Innovation Summit for Education, and serves on the selection committee for the Rhodes and Schwartzman Scholars and the Wise and Yeadon Prizes. He also serves on the Council for Higher Education Accreditation International Quality Group Advisory Council and the Board of Trustees of the Education Above All Foundation. Dr. Goodman is the recipient of honorary degrees from Canadian, European, Japanese, United Kingdom, and United States universities, and has received decorations for his work in promoting educational exchange and scholar rescue from the governments of France, Germany, and Norway. A renowned scholar, Dr. Goodman's books on international relations are published by Princeton, Harvard, and Yale University presses. He has served at the Department of State and the Central Intelligence Agency. In Thursday morning's graduate commencement ceremony, Dr. Goodman will be awarded the Doctor of Philosophy honoris causa for his impressive body of scholarly work, commitment to promoting international education, and heroic rescue of scholars in jeopardy. Please turn your attention to the screen for Dr. Goodman's commencement address, and thank you.
It's a genuine privilege to be here. I think the record for the shortest commencement speech ever given was one that Andrew Jackson gave as President of the United States at Harvard University. It consisted of just 3 words, e pluribus unum, and then he sat down. It was the motto of the United States of America then, it is now. I think I'm setting a record today by giving not a short commencement speech as that, but giving the speech 3 times, and thanks to COVID, in 2 different formats. It's a real pleasure to see a real graduation, and it's a real pleasure to be here at Stevens. My family and I are very grateful for you making me part of the class of 2021. And they send their greetings from their alma mater, which is the Stevens of the Charles. It is the school of my daughter who became a physician, my wife who is a lawyer, and her great-grandmother who became a professor of biological science. Their MIT, like Stevens, opened opportunities early for women and opened opportunities to make sure that people not only understood the history of something, but why something works. So just a little bit about history. The first time I visited your campus was to see President Farvarden shortly after he became your president, and he wanted help in thinking through how Stevens could attract and enable more international students to attend all of your degree programs. Because our headquarters offices are at the United Nations at that time, I thought of Hoboken as a foreign trip, and therefore I added a little extra time to get here to see your campus and not be late for the president. Unfortunately, it was pouring rain, and I took immediate refuge in your library. I'm very glad I did, because at the time, and maybe there still is, there was a display devoted to all of the things that had been discovered and invented here at Stevens. I remember looking at 2 things in particular. One was the invention of the internet and email. The other was bubble wrap. And I realized coming here today that email and bubble wrap are probably the 2 most indispensable ingredients to get through this pandemic that we have, aside from the vaccines, which I know you will all get. This is the 12th pandemic in the history of the Institute of International Education. We know that what saves us from each of the pandemics we faced in those 100+ years is the discoveries made by science and engineering for the root causes of the problem, for the vaccines that will cure them and ward off future infections. So I'd like to think that as this pandemic ends, it will reinforce the message that science and learning, working together, and engineering, applying what is learned and what science discovers, is the key to saving us all. The other thing that you will have gotten at Stevens is the other ingredient that's so essential to getting any of us through the pandemic. And that ingredient is compassion. All of you have been in some way on the front lines of helping us get through this pandemic. And I remember when it began, turning once again to the story that Albert Camus wrote called La Plague, La Peste, and he wrote it about 10 years before he received the Nobel Prize for Literature. And it is about a story about a doctor who becomes a hero in a village because he discovers both some engineering solutions for proper sanitation, but because he just went about his job helping people who were ill. And one of the villagers asked him, how will we get through the pandemic? And he said, by compassion. And the villager then said, what is compassion? And the doctor replied, it is just doing your job. All through this pandemic, your Stevens was on the job. Your students, your faculty, your graduates worked with local communities and businesses here when they first needed help in telemarketing and digitizing their business. They helped later on when your community needed a technical way to find out where to get tested and ultimately where and when to get a vaccine. And through the Stevens Initiative, what you have done is given us all a gift so that we are able to have a curated set of data, a curated set of resources on how to pivot from online instruction to digital or hybrid instruction, because we need to be as prepared today for the next pandemic as we might be for tomorrow. And thanks to the Stevens Initiative, this is precisely what you have contributed. Stevens remained on the job of education, service, and research. That's what great universities do, and this may be the first time in history that universities, instead of closing their doors during a pandemic, did all they could to keep them open, to keep the labs functioning, and when they couldn't provide in-person education, to provide it in a hybrid way. So staying on the job for this university and for the class of 21 is going to be more important than ever. Your Stevens motto is also a Latin phrase. It talks about from adversity to the stars. It's an apt motto for this graduation. We, all of us, students, faculty, parents, families, have gone through a period of adversity. But what you have also learned and will apply is the ability to navigate through the stars and by the stars to help us all cross the finish line of this pandemic and into a bright new future that the class of 2021 will engineer for us all. Thank you, thank your families, thank all here for inviting me. I'm deeply honored.
Please welcome to the podium Dr. Konstantin Chisapis, Senior Vice Provost for Graduate Education, who will present some congratulatory remarks to the PhD candidates.
Good afternoon. Following the President and our Provost, I too want to extend my deepest, heartfelt congratulations to all of doctoral candidates receiving degrees today. We are extremely proud of what you have accomplished and honored to count you amongst our doctoral degree recipients. Stevens graduated its first doctoral degree candidate in 1955. You have worked hard for this academic achievement. You have reached a high level of independent thinking and demonstrated excellence at doing so. Your fortitude and perseverance are commendable, especially as you've endured and successfully navigated the challenges presented by the COVID-19 pandemic. We admire your accomplishments and are certain that you will go on to shape and manage the fast-moving world in which we live with equally great success. I want to share some background on the significance of the academic regalia that you are wearing today. It has its origins in the early universities of medieval Europe, where graduates often dressed in modified ecclesiastical attire, which consisted of a robe, mortarboard, and hood. While the 3 velvet stripes on each arm of the gown represent the doctoral degree level, the colors of the doctoral hood signify the conferred degree subject, and the colors of the university. The red and gray silk lining inside the doctoral hoods represents Stevens, while the velvet trimming around the edge represents the field of study. Stevens awards the Doctoral of Philosophy degree in 3 disciplines: engineering, science, and business, all of which are represented by their own unique color, which you will see throughout the ceremony. So pay attention to the color, and you will, I'll leave it as a secret for you to determine what colors belong to what discipline. Under usual circumstances, faculty advisors place the doctoral hood over their students' shoulders, signifying the successful completion of all requirements of the Doctor of Philosophy. This year, with an abundance of caution due to COVID-19, you have put the hood on yourselves. As your name is called, though, think about how much you enjoyed engaging with your professor, the expertise that you gained, and the classmates that you interacted with. Be sure to stay close to them. I hope you remain close to the university, the Stevens family, and have careers filled with great accomplishments. It is in your DNA. Congratulations to all of you.
It is now time to award the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy. The degrees will be conferred by Trustee Joe Di Pompeo and presented by Provost Christophe Pierre.
Will all degree candidates please rise? On behalf of the faculty of Stevens Institute of Technology, I present to you these candidates who have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I therefore ask you to confer upon each of them the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with such distinction as merited.
By virtue of the authority vested in the trustees of Stevens Institute of Technology and on their behalf, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and with such distinction as you have merited, and admit you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Graduates may be seated. Please note, graduates, that the marshals will direct you to the stage at the appropriate time. When approaching the stage, please bring your diploma cover with you and have your QR code on your phone ready to be scanned. For everyone's safety, guests and students may not approach the stage to take pictures. Graduates, we ask that you refrain from taking photos of any kind from the stage and return to your seats following the presentation. Thank you for your cooperation. Now please welcome to the podium the Dean of the School of Business.
Good afternoon. I am Gregory Prastakos, Dean of the School of Business, and I'm pleased to welcome to the stage the candidates from the School of Business who have completed all requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Congratulations.
It's okay, it's a big day. Oh, there's no paper. Mohammed Afkami Agda. Essays in Real Options and Commodity Finance. Research Advisor, Ahmed Godusi. Ali Tatian. 3 essays in Public Capital Markets. Research Advisor, Stefano Bonini.
Bravo, Ali.
Ross David Arnold. Systems Thinking. Definition, Skills, Simulation, and Assessment. Research Advisor, Alparslan Emra Bayrak. Rodrigo Caporali de Andrade. Data-driven operations management for multi-channel customer support services. Research advisors, Somaya Moazeni and Paul Grogan. Brian Chell. Multidisciplinary system and mission design optimization. Research advisor, Stephen Hoffenson. Michael Lucic, Efficient Infrastructure Planning Frameworks for Intelligent Transportation Systems. Research Advisor, Yahia Massoud. Ralph Carter Tillingast, the STEM Career Pipeline, optimizing STEM outreach through the identification of key development stages from past success indicators. Research Advisor, Mo Mansouri. Xiangpeng Wan, a generic data-driven recommendation system for smart transportation applications. Research Advisor, Yahia Massoud. Benjamin Alexander Abruzzo, autonomy and perception of robotic teams and agents for cooperative localization and threat discrimination. Research Advisor, Kishore Pochiraju. Mohsen Al-Hazmi, 5G signal identification using deep learning algorithms. Research Advisor, Yudong Yao.
Technical issue.
Mofadal Alimani, fading channel parameter estimation using deep learning. Research Advisor, Yudong Yao. Need your paper, so how do you know? Looks like this. Changjiang Tsai, domain generalization, adaptive filtering, and multi-view consistency in end-to-end stereo matching. Research Advisor, Philippos Mordahai. Now please welcome to the podium the Dean of the Charles V. Schaefer Jr. Schaefer School of Engineering and Science.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Jin Zhu, Dean of the Charles V. Schaefer Jr. School of Engineering and Science. I'm pleased to welcome to the stage the candidates from the School of Engineering and Science who have completed all requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Mostafa A. El Bahlul, an integrated performance assessment methodology for the hypocycloid gear mechanism in internal combustion engine applications. Research Advisor Konstantin Chisapis and El Said Aziz. Shichen Fu, two-dimensional transition metal dichalcogenides and their heterostructures with room temperature ferromagnetism for quantum emission. Research advisor, E. H. Yang. Padmalata Kakanuru, process science for additively manufacturing silicon carbide composites. Research advisor, Kishore Pochiraju. Laura A. Lemke, hybrid approach for evaluating the erosion potential of coastal storms. Research advisor, John K. Miller. Yanxia Lin, development and optimization of an algae-attached growth bioreactor for nutrients removal and biomass production. Research advisor, Christos Christodoulatos. Bo Liu, towards visible light communication using mobile devices. Research advisor, Yudong Yao. Siqi Liu, nanostructure and ion transport properties of polymeric hybrid electrolytes. Research advisor, Pinar Acora. Andrew Mai, bimetal treatment of insensitive munition 2,4-dinitroanisole and nitroguanidine, a study of kinetics, mass balance, reaction pathways, and mechanisms. Research advisor, Christos Christodoulatos. John Martin Jr., reinforcement learning algorithms for representing and managing uncertainty in robotics. Research advisor, Brendan Englatt. Laxima Nure Kandel, exploiting pervasive commodity Wi-Fi devices for continuous spatial awareness and security. Research advisor, Shucheng Yu. Nicholas M. Payne, design, behavior modeling, and fracture characterization of strain locking materials. Research advisor, Kishore Pochiraju. Zhongjing Ren, design, fabrication, and control of reconfigurable active microstructures for solar sails. Research advisor, Yong Shi. Jeffrey Slepoy, theory and numerics for some types of fractional differential equations. Research advisor, Pavel Dubovsky. Peikang Sun, understanding interface cohesion adhesion mechanism and hermetic sealing of an advanced PEM fuel cell architecture. Research advisor, Ronald Besser. Feiyue Tang, surface patterning of functional microgels and their application to molecular diagnostics. Research advisor, Matthew Libera. Wei Wang, multifunctional microsphere-enabled formation of 3D tissue models. Research advisor, Hongjun Wang. Yufeng Zhang, design and control of a cable-driven ankle-foot orthosis for gait rehabilitation. Research advisor, Damiano Zanotto. Xiaoyu Zheng, gas phase ion chemistry investigations by ion mobility and mass spectrometry. Research Advisor, Atula B. Atigal. Shin Su, monitoring and modeling groundwater in urban coastal areas for the prediction of nuisance flooding. Research Advisor, Valentina Prigiobi. Zhang Huangye, machine learning models for accurate ambulatory gait analysis with instrumented footwear. Research Advisor, Damiano Zanotto. Luigi A. Ballerini, novel maximum likelihood estimator and delay lock loop for radio pulsar navigation. Research Advisor, Kishore Pochiraju. Now please welcome to the podium the Dean of the School of Systems and Enterprises.
Good afternoon. I am Yahya Massoud, Dean of the School of Systems and Enterprises. I am pleased to welcome to the stage the candidates from the School of Systems and Enterprises who have completed all requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Ross David Arnold. Systems thinking, definition, skills, simulation, and assessment. Research Advisor, Aparsalan Emra Bayrak. Rodrigo Caporali de Andrade. Data-driven operations management for multi-channel customer support services. Research Advisor, Sumaya Moazeni and Paul Grogan. Brian Chell, multidisciplinary system and mission design optimization. Research Advisor, Stephen Hoffenson. Michael Lucic, efficient infrastructure planning frameworks for intelligent transportation systems. Research Advisor, Yahya Massoud. Ralph Carter Tillingast, the STEM Career Pipeline, optimizing STEM outreach through the identification of key development stages from past success indicators. Research Advisor, Mo Mansouri. Xiangpeng Wan, a generic data-driven recommendation system for smart transportation applications. Research Advisor, Yahya Massoud. Saeed Vasebi, optimizing automated vehicles' energy and environmental impacts by a collective energy-optimal adaptive cruise control based on deep learning and car-following models. Research Advisor, Yagene M. Hayeri.
Joanna Lacerda da Fonseca Pinto Cardozo, understanding interoperability in the co-design of cyber-physical systems, a casual graph-based method. Thesis Advisor, Dr. Michael Pennock and Dr. Paul Grogan.
Please welcome to the podium President of the Stevens Alumni Association, Ms. Victoria Velasco.
I am thrilled to be here today in person with you all for this very important milestone. As President of the Stevens Alumni Association and on behalf of an alumni community of 50,000, I want to extend yet another congratulations to you and to your loved ones celebrating with you here today. Along with the rest of our very global alumni community, I am inspired by the resilience, adaptability, and flexibility you have demonstrated, especially this past year. Wherever your path takes you next, you remain connected to the Stevens legacy, We wish you the very best of luck in all your endeavors and adventures. And as our newest lifelong members of our Alumni Association, we look forward to staying connected and engaged for many years to come. Congratulations, class of 2021.
To close today's ceremony, please welcome the Faculty Marshal, Divyendu Sarkar.
We will conclude our ceremony today with the singing of the alma mater, previously recorded by the President's Ensemble. We ask the audience to please refrain from leaving and stay in their seats until the platform party has left the stage and the venue. The graduates will then leave the venue by going out the doors to the right of the stage, and the audience will leave through the main lobby. Thank you all for attending the 149th Stevens Institute of Technology commencement ceremony, and congratulations to all who have become Stevens alumni today.